Hey, Falcons Nation! What's good, fam? Listen, I got some breaking news that just dropped, and let me tell you something, this is the kind of move that separates pretenders from contenders. You know what? Forget everything you thought you knew about this offseason. Because what just went down in the last 24 hours? This is the chess move that's got the entire NFC South shaking right now. I'm talking about the kind of hire that makes you sit up at midnight, refresh your timeline, and go wait. They did what? And here's the thing, while everyone's been sleeping on us, while everyone's been talking about the Saints, the Bucks, the Panthers, Kevin Stefanski has been moving in silence. This man has been cooking up something special behind the scenes, and what I'm about to reveal to you, it's about to change everything we thought we knew about this Falcons offense. We're talking about two massive additions to the coaching staff. Two proven coordinators joining forces in Atlanta. And one of them comes with receipts from the most explosive offense in recent NFL history. I'm not even exaggerating right now. So buckle up, and let me break down exactly why these moves just put the Falcons in position to absolutely dominate in 2026. But real talk, if you're about to witness the most important offseason move in Falcons history and you're not subscribed yet, you're playing yourself. Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now because this news is spreading like wildfire and you need to be the first to know every single development. Trust me, when your boys are asking, yo, did you hear about the Falcons? Tomorrow, you're gonna want to be the one with all the insider details. Let's get it, rise up and subscribe, fam. All right, so here we go. Ian Rappaport, the man, the myth, the legend, just dropped this nuclear bomb on Saturday night. The Atlanta Falcons are hiring Tanner Engstrand as the offensive passing game coordinator. Now, I know what some of y'all are thinking. Wait, isn't it the guy who just came from the Jets? Yes. And before you start with the negativity, before you bring up New York's struggles, let me hit you with the facts that are gonna blow your mind. Here's what you need to understand about Tanner Engstrand. This man is not defined by one season in New York. No, sir. This is a coach who spent 3 years in Detroit, working under Dan Campbell, building one of the most lethal passing attacks we've seen in the modern NFL. Check these numbers, fam, and I want you to really absorb this. From 2022 to 2024, with Engstrand as the passing game coordinator, the Detroit Lions finished in the top 10 in passing yards all 3 seasons. Not 1 year. Not 2 years. 3 straight years of elite passing production. But wait, it gets better. In 2023 and 2024, Detroit was ranked second in the entire league in passing yards. Second. And they were fourth in passing touchdowns. This man helped transform Jared Goff from a guy people were calling washed into an MVP candidate. Now, you want to know what's absolutely insane about this hire? Engstrand had multiple options on the table. Multiple teams were calling. This man was one of the hottest names still available in the coaching market, and he chose US. He chose Atlanta. He chose to be part of Kevin Stefanski's vision. Address the elephant in the room. Okay, I gotta address it because I know it's on everyone's mind. The Jets. That 2025 season. Yeah, New York finished 29th in yards and points. Dead last in passing yards. 31st in passing touchdowns. Those numbers are rough, I'm not gonna lie to you. But here's the real story that nobody's talking about. You know when the Jets fired Engstrand? January 27th. That's more than 3 weeks after their last game. You know what that tells me? That tells me this wasn't about Engstrand's scheme. This wasn't about his ability to coordinate a passing attack. This was about a complete organizational meltdown in New York. And let me ask you something, what quarterback was Engstrand working with in New York? What weapons did he have? What offensive line was protecting the pocket? Context matters, people. Compare that to Detroit, where he had 3 straight years of top-tier production. 3 years of consistency. 3 years of proof that this man knows exactly how to build an elite passing game when he's got the right pieces. And oh baby, does he have the right pieces in Atlanta? Picture this, Tanner Engstrand, the mastermind who helped make Jared Goff look like an MVP, now gets to work with Michael Penix Jr. A young quarterback with arm talent for days, mobility in the pocket, and the kind of playmaking ability that keeps defensive coordinators up at night. But it doesn't stop there. This man gets to scheme up plays for Kyle Pitts, and I don't care what anybody says, Kyle Pitts is still one of the most talented tight ends in this league. You give him the right coordinator, the right play caller, the right vision, he's going to remind everyone why he was a top 5 pick. Drake London? Say less. A physical receiver who can win contested catches, create separation, and be that true WR1 this offense has been craving. And we haven't even talked about Bijan Robinson yet. One of the most dynamic running backs in football, who can catch passes out of the backfield, run routes like a receiver, and create mismatches all over the field. This is the arsenal Tanner Engstrand is walking into. These are the weapons he gets to deploy. And if he could make it work in Detroit with their roster, imagine what he's about to do in Atlanta. But wait, because Kevin Stefanski wasn't done. Oh no, this man said, you know what? One elite hire isn't enough. Let's go get another one. Tom Pelissero just reported that the Falcons are bringing in Alex Van Pelt as the quarterback's coach. And this is where the pieces really start coming together. Alex Van Pelt worked with Stefanski in Cleveland from 2020 to 2023. He was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach during some of the Browns' most successful seasons. This is a reunion, fam. This is Stefanski bringing back someone he trusts, someone who knows his system inside and out. And check this out, Van Pelt's resume is stacked. He's coached quarterbacks with the Bengals, Packers, Buccaneers, and Bills throughout his career. This man has worked with different systems, different philosophies, different types of quarterbacks. He's got the experience. He's got the knowledge. He's got the pedigree. Now, here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Let me paint the picture of what Kevin Stefanski is building here. You've got Tommy Rees coming over from Cleveland as the offensive coordinator. That's the foundation. That's the play caller. That's the guy who knows Stefanski's system perfectly. Then you layer in Tanner Engstrand as the passing game coordinator, bringing the Detroit Lions' explosive passing attack philosophy, bringing those top 10 offense credentials, bringing that creativity and innovation. And you cap it off with Alex Van Pelt coaching the quarterbacks, a guy who's worked with Stefanski before, who understands the vision, who could develop Michael Penix Jr. into a star. This isn't just throwing coaches at the wall and hoping something sticks. This is strategic. This is intentional. This is building a coaching staff that complements each other, that brings different perspectives, that creates the perfect environment for offensive success. And can we talk about the Dan Campbell coaching tree for a second? Because this is important. Last offseason, we saw Ben Johnson go to Chicago and immediately lead the Bears to an 11-6 record. That's the Dan Campbell influence right there. That's proof that coaches who come out of Detroit know how to build winning organizations. Tanner Engstrand worked under Dan Campbell. He learned from one of the best offensive minds in football. He saw firsthand how to create an aggressive, physical, explosive offense that keeps defenses on their heels. And now he's bringing all that knowledge, all that experience, all that winning culture to Atlanta. Here's something that's absolutely wild. The Falcons now have more NFL coaching experience at the passing game coordinator position than at offensive coordinator. Think about that for a second. Tanner Engstrand brings 6 years of NFL coaching experience. He's been in the trenches. He's called plays. He's developed game plans. He knows what it takes to succeed at this level. That experience is invaluable when you're trying to develop a young quarterback and maximize your offensive weapons. What this means for Penix. Let's get real about what this means for Michael Penix Jr., because this is where Falcons fans should be getting hyped. You've got a quarterback coach in Alex Van Pelt who's developed signal callers throughout his career. A passing game coordinator in Tanner Engstrand who helped turn Jared Goff into an MVP caliber player. And an offensive coordinator in Tommy Rees who knows Kyle Stefanski's system inside and out. Penix is walking into a dream scenario for quarterback development. He's got veterans who can teach him the nuances of the position, coordinators who can put him in positions to succeed, and a head coach in Stefanski who's proven he can elevate quarterback play. Remember what Stefanski did with Baker Mayfield in Cleveland? Took him to the playoffs. helped him have career years. And now he's got a quarterback with even more pure talent than Michael Penix Jr. Now let's zoom out and talk about what this means for the NFC South, because this division is about to get spicy. The Buccaneers are retooling. The Saints are in transition. The Panthers are still building. And the Falcons? The Falcons are making power moves that signal they're ready to dominate. While other teams are figuring things out, Atlanta is assembling an offensive coaching staff that rivals any team in the NFL. Top to bottom, this is an elite group of minds ready to unleash an offensive attack that's going to have the entire league taking notice. And here's the thing that makes this even more impressive: Kevin Stefanski is moving fast. He's not wasting time. He's not overthinking things. He's identifying the best coaches available and going out and getting them. That's the mentality of a head coach who understands the urgency. Who knows that in the NFL, windows open and close quickly. Who recognizes that with the talent already on this roster, the time to strike is now. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of what the Rams did when they hired Sean McVay. When they brought in multiple offensive minds, created a collaborative environment, and built something special. That's the blueprint Kevin Stefanski is following right here. Surround yourself with the best coaches available. Create competition within the staff. Foster innovation and creativity. And watch the magic happen. So here's the bottom line, Falcons Nation, and I need y'all to hear me on this. What happened in the last 24 hours wasn't just about hiring two coaches. This was about making a statement. This was about showing the entire NFL that the Atlanta Falcons are serious about winning right now. Tanner Engstrand brings the Detroit Lions pedigree, that proven track record of elite passing offense production. Alex Van Pelt brings that Kevin Stefanski connection, that quarterback development expertise, that championship experience. Together with Tommy Rees and the rest of this coaching staff, we're looking at an offensive brain trust that can go toe-to-toe with anybody in this league. The pieces are falling into place. The vision is becoming clear. And the Atlanta Falcons are positioning themselves to make some serious noise in 2026. So stay locked in, Falcons Nation. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, because what we're building here, it's just getting started. And trust me when I tell you, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Go Falcons!